Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an exciting video. We're going a little bit girly with this one. This is a 2 looks 1 palette using the Kaleidos Futurism 6, because I don't know my Roman numerals, Lunar Lavender palette. I love this palette. Let me take it with the little plastic thing. So this is how she looks. It's like got a soft bit of neutrals, which I did play with a little bit today because I didn't do that in my first impressions, and a little bit of duochrome shimmers because the shimmers are the stars of the show of this palette. Although the mattes are beautiful, the shimmers always get me. I've already done first impressions, which I will pop up here and down here where I've gone through my first look. Very purple kind of look, and also some swatches and just my initial thoughts on it. And this is where we're going to get into playing with all of the shades now for this video. So as I said today, we did a bit more neutral, a little bit softer, and then we'll go into more of the purples again, create something different, see what other kind of variety we can do with the purples. I love this palette so far. I think it's so pretty, and the fact that this is how the neutrals go working with these purples, I think that's just beautiful. I might even in my next look use like the lavenders with the neutrals. I might try to kind of use them all the shades and just see what I can come up with. So I'm excited for this video. This is going to be a fun one. I can't wait. I always love doing my 2 looks 1 palettes. I think they're always really fun, and it seems like you guys do like them too. If you want to see any up close pictures of this look, then my Instagram is linked down below, as well as my TikTok. On my Instagram I post all the up close pictures of my eyes and my face, and on my TikTok I do all my weird transitions, so go follow both down below for a fun time. And also hit subscribe down below to see many more videos coming up. We have got more palettes, more 2 looks 1 palettes, more first impressions, so many more things, more tags, all that kind of stuff. So hit subscribe down below to see all of that. Okay, that is enough of me rambling for this intro. Let's get into look number 1. Okay, so welcome to look number 1 with the Lunar Lavender. It's upside down Lunar Lavender palette from Kaleidos. I'm feeling a little bit soft today. All I'm kind of feeling is I want to like try out these neutrals, so this one and this one here, and then this lighter duochrome shimmer. I think that's all I'm really going to do. I'm just going to do a very simple eye. That's all I kind of feel like right now. I just want to really showcase the neutrals and see how, like, does it actually look neutral, or is it like plummy browns? We'll kind of find out together. I've already got my skin on, my brows on, excuse the brows, had a bad brow day, and my eyeshadow primer on, all ready to go. So let's jump right in. So we're going to start with the darkest shade first, because I want to see what kind of tone we have going on here, and I'm going to take that on a BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe number 6 brush, just a small skinny little brush, and he's just going to go on the outer corner. I want to see how dark I can get this. Like, I don't want this to be like a super dark look, but I just want to see if I can build it straight up to be as dark as it looks in the pan. But I'm not really kind of going to do anything too much with it. I'm going to bring it a little bit, literally as a outer V shade. That's as far in as I'm going to bring it, and then I'll blend it out then. I wonder how quick this look is going to be. I imagine it might be quite quick. So I'm going to take the shade, what is this one called? Nocturnal. I have the little plastic thing with the names on it beside me. I'm going to take Nocturnal, which is that neutral shade, and this is the one I'm most interested about because looking at it, it looks like a mid-tone brown, but it's actually got a bit of a mauve tone to it. I'm taking that on a Beauty Bay BB203 brush, just a nice big fluffy brush, and we're going to run this kind of through the rest of the crease, sort of pulling that dark shade through. I didn't apply any through there because I don't want it to be super dark in the crease, but I do want some definition in here. And then I'm going to kind of use that to blend out all my edges around that dark brown. Really like the tone of that. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I'm going to go back in with Crater Grove and just re-intensify that a little bit more and help along that blend. It blends quite easy, but just to really make sure it's nice and seamless. Okay, so I want to work on my lower lash line. I'm going to take Crater Grove again, the darker brown, and I'm going to take this just on a small stubby little brush. This is exactly the same as the MAC 214. I just have, like, this is a Harry Potter, like, knockoff kind of one. So I am just going to use that because I have this one clean and my other ones aren't clean. So that's going to go about halfway, about 2/3 of the way, let's say, across the eye, really close to the lashes, and as always just connecting on the outer corner as well. So then take a little bit more of Nocturnal on that big fluffy brush, and we're just gonna blend this out. You can obviously use a smaller brush or just clean off the other brush and use that to blend, but I like it nice and smoky under here. And then, like what we did with the top, just adding a little bit more of the Crater Grove just to make sure that we have a nice intensity. Okay, so if it just got a little bit brighter there, the sun came out and my blinds are closed, but they're not blackout curtains and I need to get some. Anyway, we're going to go on to a little bit of shimmer. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, not the Shadow Insurance, the Glitter Insurance, the glitter version of the Shadow Insurance. It's like the NYX Glitter Primer. It's just, I have mine packed away because I'm staying at my boyfriend's and I don't want to go get it. So I'm using this one. It's exactly the same. They both work exactly the same. So I'm just pressing that on with my finger, just all over the lid. Just stopping as it meets the dark brown. So next we're going to take Dreamscape, which is that lighter or kind of more pinky toned, hence the pink top, of the kind of duochrome shimmers that's in this palette. Now, as I said in my first impressions, these are more like toppers, so they will be a little bit translucent, but the sheen and shine you get off these is so beautiful. So I'm taking this on a 239. Yeah, 239 from MAC, and just pressing that over the lid. Now what I like to do when I'm using a topper, which I've done in many videos, is apply with the brush, get it all on with the brush, and then press over with a little bit more with your finger, just to really get in there, make sure that you've got the full opacity out of the colour. So that's it with just the brush. How beautiful is that? I love putting these kind of topper shades over, or like a duochrome, over a big area so you can really see the shift in the colour. I'm taking a little bit more of that on my finger and just press over just to really get it on there. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with my Lavender Luxe number 6 brush. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Crater Grove and just dabble that along the edge where it meets that shimmer, just to get a nice seamless blend. I didn't do anything cut creasy, I just kind of applied it to the lid as you can see. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of the Dreamscape, yes, Dreamscape, and just pop that just on this little inner part that we left open, just to give us a little pop of a sheen. I think on my next look I'm probably going to use every shade, all 6 shades in my look, or at least try to anyway. Told you, it's going to be simple. I've only been filming for 15 minutes, I told you it was going to be a quick one too. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off the eyes. Do I want to do wing liner? Maybe, possibly, I'm not sure. We'll see when I come back what I decide to do. Finish off the eyes, do a cheek, do a lip, and I'll let you know what I used when I come back. Okay guys, so this is how I have finished off the look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I feel so just like girly and just, I don't know, I just feel very like sparkly. Very nice. So I'll tell you what I used on the rest of my face. To start off with the eyes, I used my LA Girl Pastel Dream Auto Eyeliner in the shade Baby Pink. So just pale pink to kind of go with the sheen that comes through on that duochrome. I then used my Physicians Formula Liquid Liner just to give me a nice little wing. Nothing too major, but just something nice. I just thought since the eye was soft, quick enough, and it's so light on the lid, I just wanted a little bit more definition from that. My mascara then is a new one, first time using it. This is the Lash Princess from Essence. This is the False Lash Effect Mascara. This is the next one I've just moved on to. I'm using the Soap and Glory one still as well, but that's also packed away. I didn't want to use that, so I've just used this today. My cheeks then is the Juvia's Place Bronze Duo in Light, and I just use the top shade because I'm still not quite dark enough for the bottom shade, so just the top shade just to bronze up the skin. My blush then I went for pink as well. I went in with my MAC Extra Dimension blush in the shade Look Don't Touch, which was from the Black Cherry collection last year, I think. You can't get it anymore, but they do one called Fairly Precious, a bit peachier. Sweets for My Sweet is a bit pinker, so any of those will work. And then for highlight, one I haven't used in a little while and you can't get it anymore, well, I think they're closed now officially. This is the Makeup Geek highlighter in the shade Glitz. They did close down and kind of put everything on sale, but this is the highlighter that I have on me now. I do love it and I will continue to use it. I will not be not using products from them. And then finally onto lip, I had this image in mind. I just didn't know where I wanted to go to get there. So I went in with my Karl Lagerfeld and Model Co collab. This is a lip pencil. I don't think there's a shade. No, there's no shade. It's this kind of like mauvey pink, like a rosy mauve, that kind of colour. Then I went in with my one I also haven't used in a while. This is the Sugar Pell liquid lip colour in the shade Dainty. Very soft pink, neutral kind of pink as well, and it's just really nice when you want pink but not this pink, you just want a soft pink. And then I'm in a bit of a sparkly gloss kind of phase right now, so I went in with my MAC Cream Sheen Glass in the shade Tinselated. This is like a pink gold reflect, and I just popped that on because I thought that would match a nice duochrome gloss with a duochrome eye. So that is look number 1. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I am actually going out. We're going out for drinks, me and my boyfriend, so that's why I'm all packed up to go to his house. And he's going to be like, oh, very girly for you, because I never usually go this girly. But that is our first look. It is upside down again. First look using the Lunar Lavender palette from Kaleidos, and I'm loving it. I can't wait to get into my next look, which I think I will use all the shades. I have an idea, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're getting into look number 2 with the Lunar Lavender palette, and I'm going to use everything. We're going to use the whole palette. That's the plan. I want to use everything. So I already have my skin done, I've got my brows and I've got my eyeshadow primer on, and I've also got my cheeks mostly done except for highlight, although it looks like I've got highlighter on. I just have a very glowy blush, but that's all listed down below, so you can see that down there. I just got a bit carried away with my skin, so that's why it's all on right now. So the idea is that we're going to do purple on top and the smoky kind of neutrals on the bottom. I might add a bit of chunky glitter to the look as well, just for a little bit of something special. So we're going to start off with Midnight Flora, which is the darker purple of the two. I'm going to take that on an e.l.f. contour brush, which is just a small kind of stubby crease brush. And I'm using the darker purple first, just so I can get a nice build up of this color. So I like when I'm doing like my 2 looks on palettes, especially with smaller palettes like this, where there is only a certain amount of shimmers and a certain amount of matte. I like to like really give each shimmer, each matte their showcase moment. So the first impressions was like both shimmers at the same time. And then the first look in this video was the lighter shade Dreamscape. And this one, the showcase is going to be Moonroof, the more purple shimmer. That's what I want to do for this. Have that as like my focal point on the lid. I'm still going to use Dreamscape, but just not as the focus. So that I'm just packing that on all the way from the outer corner all the way through the crease. Give us a nice sort of shape going. Okay, so I haven't blended that out. I've just kind of applied it in the general shape I want it to be. Now we're going to go in with Wisteria, which is the lighter lilac lavender sort of shade. I'm taking that on a 6SS brush. 6SS? Yes, from Inglot. Big, massive, fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go to town and blend this out. This is actually a very similar crease to my first impressions. Just going around the whole edge, all around here as well. Make sure all the edge is lovely and soft and it just blends into nothing into the skin. And you don't have to go up as high as I do. I just like my eyeshadow up and dramatic. And these literally take like 2 seconds to blend because they're both the same tone of purple, so they literally just go straight into each other. Okay, super simple for the top. The lid is going to have the shimmer on it, but I don't want to do that just yet. I am going to go into Crater Grove. I'm going to do the mattes on the lower lash line. So starting with that first, I'm taking that on an e.l.f. eye crease brush, just a small little pencil brush basically. Anything small will do. And we're just going to run this along the lower lash line. This is such a beautiful dark chocolatey brown. I just make sure I'm getting as close to the lashes as I can and bringing it right across. I am going to use a darker liner in my waterline as well to really help with that smokiness. I want to be lovely and like dark and blown out along the bottom. So then once we look very bottom heavy down here, we're going to take Nocturnal, which is that softer neutral shade. It's like a brown with like weirdly like slightly like a pinky lavender kind of tone to it. It's weird. I don't understand how it looks like that, but it does. I'm taking that on a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 8 brush, which is like a flat, thick, dense brush. I'm just going to use that to soften out the edge of the lower lash and really smudge it out and bring it down. I want this blended down far enough. Once you have it nice and blown out, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of Crater Grove and just make sure that's nice and intense along the lashes, so that way we didn't lose any colour. It'll also kind of help give you an extra bit of a gradient effect. I need to do this look more often. I know it looks weird now, but I think once the lashes are on, it's going to really pull together. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Moonroof, which is the bluier, purpley, more violet sort of shimmer. Taking that on a number 7 brush from the BH Cosmetics Rose Gold set, just a nice flat, skinny brush. I'm not going to use a glitter primer because the primer that I have on me now is the Kaleidos one, and it's still quite tacky on the lid. So I think that should be enough. I'm just going to give it a go anyway. I like to apply these sort of shimmers because they are more like topper shades with the brush first and then go with my finger on top if I need to. And I would do that even with glitter primer. Oh, you just get this like purple violet flash. So this is just going to go all over the lid where we haven't applied anything. How pretty does that look when I move around in the light? Oh, I love it. Okay, so I've just cleaned off that same brush just because I'm just going to use the other shimmer with it anyway. And I'm going to go in with Dreamscape, which is the... I'll just keep looking down here because I've got the sheet beside me that tells me the names. So Dreamscape right here, the lighter, definitely more pinky, has a little bit of gold in it, but definitely more lavender as well. and he is gonna go on my inner corner. And you'd be surprised, like, using every shade in these palettes, it's actually easy enough if you just place them in the right way, or, you know, come up with the right combination of them on how they're going to blend into each other. Okay, just before I jump off, I almost forgot to do this. Going to take Midnight Flora again and just bounce that over the edge of the shimmer out here, just to make sure we get a nice seamless blend. Yes, that looks much better. I knew there was something missing. There's always something missing when I don't do that. Alrighty, that's actually quite a simple look. It's literally just placing the colours where you want them to be. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to pop my lashes on. Probably do a bit of glitter. I think I will do a bit of glitter just for something fun. And I have to decide on the lip. Maybe neutral. Maybe neutral. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I'm very happy with how this turned out. A lot of elements to this look, let me tell you. So we're going to go through all of those elements right now. So very quickly, to finish off the eyes, I went in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in the shade Crave, which actually matches the dark brown really, really well. It's like deep brown with a tiny bit of purple in it. Tiny little bit, very cool toned brown. Then I went in with my Soap and Glory Thick and Fast mascara on my top and my bottom lashes. For my lashes, I went in with the Legend lashes from Cash Beauty, which are so dramatic but so beautiful, super fluffy and fluttery. They literally reach like above my eyebrow. They're that long, but you can still see through them. Like, you can still see the shimmers going on the eyes. And then to add the gorgeous glam and super sparkly ethereal sort of look to the eyes, I went in with my Apocalyptic Beauty glitter in the Style shade type, I don't know what to call it, glitter, Void Between Worlds, which is basically just like purple, kind of iridescent, holographic kind of style, and then like giant like silver holographic sort of stars, then smaller little black ones, just very beautiful, lots of texture. And this is chunky glitter, not safe for use around the eyes, but I take it off a very specific way to not get it in my eyes. Then on to cheeks, which I had most of it done by the time I started filming. So I went in with my Huda Beauty Tantour contour and bronzing cream in this shade, I was going to say style, shade Fair, just to warm up my skin a little bit. The foundation I have on me is a tiny bit dark. I wouldn't actually say too dark, a bit too yellow for me, but it's fine. It works once the lights are on. Then to add to the pink ethereal kind of Barbie sort of style look that I think I have going on here, this is the MAC Extra Dimension blush in the shade Into the Pink, which was a super frosty pink. That's why it looked like I had a highlight on, but I added extra because you'll see why. I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit then for my highlight, and I went in with Purple Horseshoe, which gives us this sort of tone on the cheeks, like a bluey, violety sort of iridescence over the cheeks, and I think it matches perfect. Then onto lips, bit of a combo, we had to get there a certain way. So I went in first with my sleek Twist Up lip pencil in the shade Shabby Chic, which is just like a nice rosy pink sort of shade. Line my lips, slightly filled them in a little bit. And then I went in with this guy. This is an Inglot lipstick in the shade 142. Super pale, cool toned pink, which I thought, that's perfect. And then I put it on, then I was like, it's good, we're nearly there. But it was a little bit too cool tone for me. So I went in with this then. This is the MAC Cream Sheen Lip Glass in the shade Nutty and Naughty. It came out with their Christmas collection one year, the Nutcracker collection I think it was. And yeah, any kind of rosier sort of neutral pink will do, just to knock back the cool and lightness of that lipstick. So that is our second look, technically our third look, but our second look of this video, using the Kaleidos Lunar Lavender palette. I think it's beautiful. Is it like my favorite palette they've ever done? No, I wouldn't say that now. I might rank all my Kaleidos palettes because I do have a few now. I think I'll do a video on that, of ranking all my 6 pans and my big palette as well that I have from them, or my 2 big palettes actually. But I think it's stunning. I think it's such a good array. I think the neutrals actually work really well with the purples to give us a nice kind of bit of depth, a bit of everyday as well, if you wanted just like this sort of shade like what I did in the first look. But I would be interested to actually use like this to deepen up the purples and maybe see how that goes, but I wanted to do this sort of style first. I love the shimmers, think they're beautiful. They could probably do it a bit more base colour to them, with them both being toppers, but because they're toppers, they work really well. I think the looks I've done are so pretty. I don't know which one's my favorite now. I'm not too sure. In the comments down below, let me know what your favorite is of the looks that I've done with this. I don't know. I'm not sure. I kind of like this one only because it's like super ethereal and it's like every shade in the palette, and it was a bit of a challenge for me as well. I don't really know. But you let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know in the comments down below if there's any more videos you want me to do with my Kaleidos palettes, maybe like a palette bingo now that I've got more, maybe that ranking video, maybe, I don't know, whatever you guys feel like, let me know down below. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. Also hit subscribe down below to see many more coming up. We've got lots more. I have no more Kaleidos palettes for the rest of the year. Well, I have no more Kaleidos palettes for the rest of the year so far, unless they come out with something else. Who knows, they might come out with something amazing and I might want to buy that as well. But yeah, I've done all my Kaleidos palettes that are in my collection that I haven't used yet, and I'm very happy with them. I just want them to come out with more of those 6 pans. I think the 6 pans are beautiful. So yeah, hit subscribe down below to see all that coming up, and many more palettes coming up as well. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below, where I'll be posting all the up close pictures of this look, and full eye pictures and full face pictures. And my TikTok is linked down below as well, where you can see all my funny weird transitions that I'm going to do. And I want to get a bit more into TikTok, maybe do some actual like talking TikToks, maybe, yeah, actual things. I don't know, we'll see. So I think that is everything for this video, guys, so I will see you in the next one. Bye.